What's up, gang? Hey man, we got this chopped chick talking about some she can't find attractive men. So before we jump into that video, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, if you haven't done so already, jump into the CLG community. While it's still $48 a month, I'm still doing the free one-on-one calls, so you can do the one-on-one call with me for an hour for free, like I said, as soon as you jump into the community. And it's also less than $500 a year because you get a 20% discount if you sign up for the yearly. Make sure you watch this one to the very end because, like always, I got a ton of gold nuggets. And without further ado, let's jump into the video.
So as we're all very much aware, we are living through a chopped man epidemic, and there's a big shortage of baddies. It's gone so bad to the point that, like, if I see an attractive man, it genuinely makes my day. I was walking on the sidewalk earlier and I saw a cute guy in his car, so I waved to him and he smiled back at me, and obviously he drove away after that. But I was like, oh my god, a cute guy? This was at 6:50 p.m. It's 7:17 and I'm still like, oh my god. And I feel like this is gonna empower me through my evening. Like, wow, I actually saw an attractive man today. Like, diamond in the rough, needle in the haystack. Seriously.
Alright, so I showed you guys that video because I wanted to show you guys the importance of going for chicks that are actually attractive and stop settling for these mid-ass chicks. Because the reason I tell people to stop settling for these mid-ass chicks or these bitches that they really don't too much care about and blah 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 and yada 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 is because it's going to take the same amount of work and effort. So you might as well put the same amount of work and effort, have the CLG community, have the process, you know, work on yourself, work on your foundation, do all of this stuff, become an elite version of yourself, and literally become skillful enough where you can attract pretty much any type of woman. Then like I said, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, nothing is 100%. So I don't want you guys to go out there, get the CLG, work on yourself, be the best version of yourself, stuff like that, and then expect to be hitting 100%. I don't even hit 100%. I still get rejected. Now I do hit at a very high percentage because I know what to do. You feel me? I can go out one night, only talk to one girl, and then eventually, it might take some time with the drip campaign and things like that, but eventually I end up fucking that one girl that I've talked to that one night. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? But it's not 100%. It's hit or miss, because it could have went the other way. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? And then you have other factors outside of yourself that you can't control too, like the girl doesn't live in your city or state. You still can catch her. It's just going to take you longer, if you know what I'm trying to say. So, but going back to this particular chick, the reason why I tell guys, especially in the CLG community, and the guys that's been listening to my YouTube and things like that, is to go after the chicks that you want, because even ugly bitches like that are picky. Like, did you see how ugly that bitch was? Like, in my opinion, right? When some niggas out there watching, y'all might think the bitch look cute, whatever the case is. In my opinion, that's an ugly bitch talking about some she can't find attractive guys, and she's even picky. So I always tell guys, if girls are similar, which I've been telling you guys since the beginning of my channel, which they are, if girls are similar, you might as well go after the ones that you want. You know what I mean? Clean yourself up, you know what I mean? Put yourself out there, go through the foundation, get the female nature, go through the whole entire CLG community, or go through the whole entire, all the courses that I've created for you. Learn how to be the best version of yourself. Learn everything possible to put yourself in the best position. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking about like these guys talking about some look smacks and all that shit like that. No, I tell people to do stuff that builds your internal confidence. Whatever you got to do to build your internal confidence, that's what's going to set you apart. Because at the end of the day, girls care more about how you act than how you look. You know what I mean? A lot of guys going to hear this girl words and act like, you know, her words mean something and shit like that. Man, that bitch gonna probably end up with a nigga just as ugly as her. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I done seen girls find guys extremely attractive. I've talked to girls that have found guys 2 to 3, 4 times more attractive than me. But then they said when they went on a date with the guy, whatever the case is, they were instantly turned off by the way he acted. You feel me? He was too needy. He was too, he cared too much about the bitch. And that just goes to show you that a guy can be a 10 out of 10 for a woman in looks. And he can fuck it up by giving too much care on a motherfucking date. You know what I mean? Liking her too fast, loving her too fast, wanting to marry her too quickly. That can dry her little fucking pussy up. And we don't know why, but it is what it is. They don't want the easy guy. They want the challenge. They don't want the guy that's super religious, ready to marry them as soon as they meet them. They don't want that shit. They want the guy that got hoes that they can change and control and manipulate and get that guy on their page. But as soon as they can manipulate that guy, they no longer like the guy. You know what I mean? They want to sit around, cry, bitch, and complain to turn that guy into something that he is not for her pleasure, just so she can eventually end up leaving the guy. But guess what? She'll stay with the guy as long as the guy sticks true to who he is. She'll stay with that guy to the day he motherfucking dies, as long as that guy sticks true to who he is and doesn't allow her to manipulate him. So when I've been telling you guys this stuff, you really got to listen, man, because there's a lot of guys that's like, man, I only feel comfortable talking to the 6s and 7s. Well, motherfuckers gonna take the same amount of work. God damn it. It's gonna take the same amount of, you still gonna have to turn your care down. You still gonna have to follow the process. You still gonna have to do the same shit. So you might as well do it for a bitch that you excited about. I always tell people, one bad bitch in your rotation is better than 10 mid bitches. Well, I'm not gonna say 10. 10 is better if those mid bitches got something really nice about them. Like let's say the mid bitches got a fat ass or something like that. But I'm talking about a flat. You ever see those bitches that's fat with a flat ass that just horrible to be around and shit like that? Bro, one bad bitch is better than 100 of those bitches in your rotation, because they all fucking ugly. They all ain't got no ass, no titties. They fat as fuck. They ugly as shit. You feel me? So I always tell people, always go for what the fuck you want. Always go for the girl that you can actually see yourself in a situationship with, because that's all the rotation is. It's a situationship. We never made nothing official, but we just fucking on each other until you find a man and until I get tired of fucking on you. Really, that's what a fucking rotation is. You know what I mean? Because even though I like kicking it with you and fucking on you and all this stuff like that and making love to you and nothing on your face and making you swallow my cum, I know who you truly are. I know deep down inside you are a fucking whore. And I want to take you serious, but I know long term it's going to bite me in my ass. And I can tell you a whore because even when I'm with you, you still scanning the room, talking and looking at other niggas while I'm with you. So if we in a situationship and you acting like this, bitch, what you expect, what you think I'm gonna think if we ever get married, how you gonna act? You gonna act the same way. You feel me? Your eyes is gonna stay open and your strategy stays the same. No girl is ever truly monogamous, bro. Ever. I don't care what you say. So you gotta go with a girl who has, how she acts when she's single is how she's gonna act when she's in a relationship. You have to go with a girl that is solid. At least from my perspective, from my point of view, right? Because I know a lot of guys, they gonna move to the beat of their own drum. They gonna listen to everything I say and they still gonna wife the hoe. They just can't, because I kid you not, the hoe know how to do everything to make you soft, bro. I promise you, I done had so many rotation bitches. Some of them have succeeded. You gotta understand, sometimes I do turn my care. That's because I know to keep my care down. Because you gotta understand, I make mistakes myself. Right? That's how come I know what works and what doesn't. Because every time I make the mistake, I see it right away. Be like, fuck, I fucking start caring too much about this bitch. Damn, I start texting this bitch every day, telling her I want to see her and shit. Now this bitch acting up. She don't want to fuck. She don't want to do shit no more. You feel me? She don't want to see me no more. Now she dating another guy right now. Now she doing all this shit. That's because I started turning my motherfucking care up. And them hoes can get you to do it. I promise you. If you ain't really in that CLG community and you ain't really like around a community of guys that's masculine, that's really men, that's really about their life, you gonna go soft. Cause them hoes, bro, they can bring it at you, bro. I promise, bro. A man's biggest weakness is a woman. Every Bible verse that has ever been written about a great man who has fallen, it is because of a woman. That still holds true to this day. I remember I've taught guys about female nature and everything, right? And I taught them all the skills. One of my friends was a lawyer for the Minnesota Vikings. You know what I mean? I helped him as best I could, but even he went weak for a woman. You feel me? And he tried to go, you know, man, no, I'm gonna start caring for this one. End up getting his heart broke. You feel me? It was a guy that used to rob banks I was friends with. He went to jail for robbing banks. Cool ass motherfucker, all tatted up, looked like a gangster. He was weak when it came to women. When it came to men, he could fight, he could squabble, he could do all that shit. He was in the pen for 5 years. Motherfucker could do everything. He came to women, he was weak as fuck. Women kept playing his ass. I mean, I got story after story after story. Guys that I've taught how to be cold, be good with women, they start getting results. And then they end up, it's just one of them bitches just so bad that they ain't never have. And they let that woman make them weak. And as soon as I see that man becoming weak with that woman, I in my head, I know it ain't gonna last, but you can't tell him that because he emotional about the shit. You feel me? You can't tell him like, nigga, she got your nose wide open, nigga, this ain't gonna end well. And then it might take a couple years. It might take a couple, whatever. But when you look back, you be like, hey, what's up with old girl? You be like, man, this stupid bitch cheated on me and blah, blah. I be like, damn. And I want to be telling them on the phone like, damn, nigga, I knew it was going to play out like that. But niggas don't want to motherfucking listen. So what I always tell people is that's what the CLG community is for. Surround yourself around men. Anytime you see yourself becoming weak for a bitch, understand. Like, this is what bitches is saying behind men's backs. Oh my God, all these men are fucking chopped. And that's an ugly bitch talking like that. So what you think a bad bitch is thinking? If a ugly bitch talking like that, what you think a bad bitch is thinking? How you think a bad bitch is talking? Like, for real. Like, let's be honest, bro. This bitch got a fucking crooked eye, lazy eye, ugly as fuck, shit all in the face. Fucking, her face don't even look fucking symmetrical. Like, I would never even holler at a bitch that ugly, for real. Like, I would never even go out of my way to approach an ugly bitch like that, for real. That bitch ugly as fuck. And she talking crazy like that. So imagine what you think them other bitches talking like. You feel me? And she had a whole, that clip went viral. She had a whole lot of people commenting, whole lot of people watching, whole lot of people all into that. So I want you guys to really, truly understand the female psyche, because once you understand the female psyche in the real world, I'm not talking about psych books, I'm talking about real world experience, because I remember I was talking to a person about this, and this person, this a girl I'm messing with, you know, all these hot girls, they always want to study psychology. It's the reason they want to study psychology. They love manipulating men. But she was studying like psych and stuff like that, and she was like, dang, it's so crazy how you naturally know so much about psychology and you never went to school for it. Like, she getting her master's for psychology, and I knew more about psychology than her. And then she was like, how you know so much? I said, yeah. I said, because guess what? In sales, when you in sales and you learning from the top guys, they the masters at psychology. The reason that they the masters at psychology because a paycheck relies on it. They're real world masters. They're not book masters. Book masters is people that read the book and they think they can get all the information out of the book. The real world masters, they learn from trial and error because their paycheck is affected by it. You get what I'm trying to say? If they act a certain way, they make less money. You feel me? If they say certain things, they make less money, especially in the car business. Motherfuckers be finicky as fuck when it comes to buying a car. You can do or say the wrong thing and not stick to the process or whatever the case is. You not gonna get a fucking deal that day. You not gonna get a deal from that client ever. That client is gonna go down the street to another car dealership and buy. Car dealerships are fucking everywhere. They will buy a car that they even like less. You feel me? Just because the salesperson said one fucking wrong thing or did one fucking wrong thing or didn't follow the process down to the T or whatever the case is, or didn't put them through the process. For real. It's like that, for real. So the niggas at the top, they really got to know psychology because that's where their bread is buttered. You feel me? It's the same thing with NFL. People talking about some, damn, why do people get so good in NFL? Because them niggas got kids to feed. They know that if they own that field, they got to perform. And they got to make plays because they can easily be replaced. And if they replaced, they miss out on that money. A lot of people don't know why Michael Jordan became so great. Michael Jordan became great because back in the day, when people got shoe deals back in the day, and you can watch it on the movie Air Jordan, when people got shoe deals back in the day, they used to get one check. So Nike would come to a player they like and they'll be like, hey man, we'll write you a check for $200,000. Right? But Michael Jordan's mother, which I gotta give her respect, shout out to her. You feel me? Because moms is good at shit like this. Moms is good at getting all the money off on the table. My mom's super cheap. My mom will negotiate the fuck out of a nigga. But like, my mom, you understand, especially if your mom used to be the hottest girl in the town, they the best at never getting into deals that are one-sided against them. My mom will always find herself in a situation where it benefits her. Like that's how, because you gotta understand, especially beautiful women, they used to get everything given to them because you gotta understand that like They whole life, motherfuckers is always trying to impress them. So basically, they whole life, they on the positive end of the negotiation table. You get what I'm trying to say? So basically, niggas coming up to them trying to court them, they be like, well, you got to do this in order to get me, goddammit. You feel me? So they used to that already. So my mom is the best at negotiating, ripping people off. Motherfuckers she always getting the best end of the fucking deals. You get what I'm trying to say? And Jordan mother, she did the same thing to Nike. She said, well, I want my son to be with Nike, but I want you to do a deal that has never been done before for any athlete. And Nike was like, what do you mean, man? We giving him all the money. We doing everything we can for him. No, I want you to give him a percentage of every shoe sale. Every one of his shoes that sell, he needs points. He needs a percentage of the revenue. And the dude was like, man, I don't think we can do that. Well, if you can't do that, my son gonna go to another place. They finalized the deal. They got it done. And Jordan started realizing every game that he balled the fuck out in, his shoe sales would shoot up and his bank account would shoot up. Jordan started to realize, damn, every time I ball the fuck out, my shoe sales shoot through the fucking roof. Every good game I have, my shoe sales, every championship I win, my shoe sales shoot through the roof. So the reason why Jordan became so good at basketball, because his paycheck was directly affected by his skill on the court. It's the same thing when the girl was asking me, how you so good at psychology? You never took your master's in the shit. It's because my paycheck was affected by it. The better I became at it naturally in the real world, the more money I made. You get what I'm trying to say? The more pussy I get, the more of enjoyable life that I have. That's why I try to teach these guys in the CLG community, if you want pussy, stick to the fucking script. There's a reason why the script is the way it is. I know it might seem simple. I know it might sound simple. I know it might sound straightforward, but there's a reason why you do the things that you have to do in the CLG community in order to get the results that you get, is because it is female psychology down to the fucking T. They don't even fucking know why they fucking like you. They can't even put it in words why the fuck they keep falling in love with niggas like you. You know what I mean? I can articulate it because I've been fucked so many of these bitches. I know how they fucking think. You get what I'm trying to say? I know what they respond to. And every time I make a mistake, no matter how much a girl's obsessed with me, and that's another thing I try to tell you guys. Y'all, a lot of guys be like, nah, man, I can't mess up with this one, man. This one love me. This one love me. This one will never leave me. This one never. I say, okay, you keep making mistakes around that bitch and see her demeanor change. She can't help it, bruh. She can't help it. A guy that cares too much about her, no matter what she say, fuck her words. No matter what the fuck she say, she cannot help but lose respect for you. And a girl who loses respect for a man cannot love that man that she does not respect. She can't do it. I mean, how many trials and errors do you niggas need? And also another form of care is anger. If a girl can get you really, really angry, see, because some of the guys in the CLG community, they hit me up in the DMs and stuff like that, and they be like, man, I'm doing the process, but I'm not getting the results that I want. I'm like, send me the screenshots of your text messages. That's the first thing I ask. Because I hear what you're saying, but I need to see it. They send me the screenshots, and I see a lot of anger in the text messages. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck you mean? Show up this day, did I'm like, well, hold up. Homeboy, stick to the script. Go to the dating course, rewatch it. Maybe you missed something. Maybe you was looking through it too quick. Rewatch it. Get the PDFs. Stick to the script. Just stick to the script. Just trust me. Stick to the script. Get some results. Get a lot of results with the script, and then you put your own little spin on it. Because you got to understand, a form of anger is also caring too much. You get what I'm trying to say? If a girl can get you angry, she knows you care too much. Because a lot of guys, they be thinking like the anger part. They think that like the anger is not caring too much. The anger is caring too much. It's the same exact thing, bro. It is the same exact emotion, bro. And that's what I be trying to tell you guys, bro. Any form of caring too much about a bitch, she is going to start losing respect for you, right? The more mistakes that you make, the more respect she will lose from you. Once you meet her minimum threshold for respect, she is out. She is done with you, bro. And if you lose her on a note that you care too much about her, 9 times out of 10, you probably won't never see that bitch again. You get what I'm trying to say? Now, if you lost her because you didn't care enough about her, that bitch will love you till the day she die. You can always get her back. You feel me? That's why I always tell people, always go on the side of caring less opposed to caring too much. Cause I done lost girls by just not giving a fuck at all. You feel me? Like you can also not care at all, no fucks. You can lose a bitch like that, but that bitch you can always get back. That bitch, the one that if you go on the opposite side of not giving a fuck at all, and you lose her cause she trying to find another guy, the thing is, she'll never, even if she find another guy, she'll never respect that guy like she respected you. And if you ever came back, she'll give your ass a chance. Eventually, it might take her some time though. You feel me? Because once you lose a bitch, it could take months to get her back, or a year, or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? These bitches' minds all over the place. But if you lost her by not caring enough, you always got that bitch. You feel me? There's bitches that I just stopped. Like, I've had bitches. I had this one bitch, she was bad as fuck. She got on my nerves one time, right? I stopped responding. That bitch sent me probably 15 texts in a row. I just never responded to her ass. She finally got a boyfriend, shit like that. She finally moved on because I didn't care at all. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? I didn't give no fucks. Big booty bitch, I was fucking her all the time, nothing in her mouth, all kinds of shit. Got her on camera, all types of shit. Not only did she find my Instagram page, she followed my Instagram page, she watched all my stories, she did all that stuff. I remember I deleted that Instagram page, started another one. That bitch found that one too. Like that, like I'm trying to tell you, if you lose a bitch by not caring at all, which I don't recommend either, you still, and she's in a relationship. Like this, the guy that she with is trying to marry, like he's on one knee, he gave her a ring, he doing everything. The guy that she's with now is trying to marry her. I met her in Minnesota, he moved her to Tennessee. He's going through the whole motion to marry the bitch. You get what I'm trying to say? But she's still obsessed with me, even though I just didn't care at all. I just didn't respond to nothing. I just tired of the bitch. You get what I'm trying to say? So like, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys is, she still remember me. Her heart still crave for me, but she with somebody else. So I always tell you to fare on the side of caring less opposed to faring on the side of caring too much, because the guys that care too much, they get the worst results with women. It's just something about a woman. If a guy gives her too much care, she cannot respect that guy for whatever reason. For whatever reason. That is also why women like men with options with other women. Because the reason why is because she knows you can't care too much about her if you seeing other women. If she psychologically knows that no matter what you say to her, she psychologically knows, well, you can't care that much about me if you fucking all these other hoes. You get what I'm trying to say? So the stuff that you have been taught that hurts women actually is the stuff that turned them on. It's just that women complain about the shit that works. So it fucks you up mentally. So when a woman complains about a guy who's a narcissist, right? See, that worked on her. She complained about the guy who gaslighted her. That worked on her. She complained about the guy who cheated on her. That worked on her. Because she had a guy, I kid you not, she had a guy that never cheated. She had a guy that was selfless. He was always revolved around what she wanted to do. She had a guy that no control. Didn't even try to control her. Whatever you want to do, honey, whatever you want, I got you. She had a guy that gave her the world. She left that guy and she told her friends, it's just, I don't feel the spark with him. I just don't see him as my life partner. She don't even have a real reason why she left that guy. These are the words women say when the guy is damn near perfect. When you ask her, be like, well, damn, that guy sounded perfect. Why did you leave him? He just wasn't like you, CJ. He didn't make any moves. He wasn't my life partner. He wasn't somebody I could see myself with. That's her way of saying that guy cared too fucking much. That is her way of saying he was too perfect. And I didn't like it. But she's in love with the guy that don't give a fuck about her. That's cheating. That's narcissistic. That's gaslighting. You feel me? That's the guy she can't get enough of. So my channel is for you guys to get results, understand women, and basically level up your life. And what I'm trying to tell you guys, like the beginning, the video that we watched in the beginning of this video, no matter how ugly a bitch is, she's going to respond to the same shit. So you might as well go after the bitches that's your fucking type. You know what I mean? And if you have trouble going after the bitches that's your type, you have to jump into the CLG community. I couldn't have made it more affordable. It's $48 a month. You know what I mean? Jump in. You're going to have a community of guys that are going to hold you accountable, that you can talk to, that you can DM, that you can, you know, write your problems, concerns. You feel me? Yes, you're going to have to be a little bit vulnerable in the group. It is what it is. I'm vulnerable all the time on fucking camera. It is what it is. But that's what's going to help you become better. Put the ego aside. Put the pride aside. Put all these fucking thoughts of fear and shit like that. Put all that shit aside. Jump in the CLG community. Become the best version of yourself and live an enjoyable life. And with that being said, man, I'm out.